Come again, speech.
Okay, all right. Good morning. I want to thank everybody for coming out this morning. I'm yesterday, what the community gives us that God is with us. Yes. We have fun. Yes. We've eaten akara and bread. Hey! Courtesy of the president. Courtesy of our president. Yes, thank you so much. It was delicious. Yes, sir. I don't usually do carb, but I did. This morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that is here this morning and all the committee members. We've worked so hard. And I want to give a shout out to my two ladies, Cassandra and Sherry. They are the bomb. So we are here today to celebrate breast cancer survivors, to honor those that have died because of breast cancer, and to stay in solidarity with those that are still going through treatment. So this walk today is not just a walk. It's not just because of the bread or that we are here for a purpose. I would like to share the recipe over there. Everybody should have gotten a little bag from Breast Reach Network, and inside the bag you can call them and see if you qualify for the $20 mammogram for those that don't have insurance. Those are the kind of people who qualify for it. Mammograms also and they are located by a retailer, so it's easy to locate. And I want to introduce CC. CC is from Women Rock. Women Rock is a cancer organization that are up in Kini, and they help people that need funds or services for breast cancer. So we're honored to have them here today. And to introduce the MC of the day is Oxygen. We are ready to roll. So let's make this fun. Let's work for unity. The theme of this walk is hope in unity. So if you look at your card and then look at your t-shirt, it goes together. Hope in unity, working for a cure. So that's why we're here today. Let's make it. There are two signs for this time. Show you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I will say that I'm very excited. Not only me, my husband too, for your coming to our neighborhood. We need like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. This is the park where we take our walk. The day we don't go to the gym, we come here on the evening, we come here. It's a very peaceful area. Welcome. Normally when somebody comes to somebody's house or somebody's neighborhood, they do give present color nuts.
Yes,
I don't have the color nut, but something in place of the color nut is on the way. After the walk, we've already taken the breakfast. So after the walk, we will have food. Giving you all a tray of meat pie. Show you that you are welcome. Honestly, this is good. Thank you, President. Thank you, Dr. Kino, and your group. Health is wealth. Yes. We must take care of our health. Yes. We need to stay healthy for the kids. Yes. We need to stay healthy for our community. Yes. Please, we would learn something here today that will help us so we can still pass it on to other people, even when we go home. They don't know anything about all this. We deserve breast cancer. So thank you all, and you all are welcome. The big part is on the way.
We are going to go around the park 4 times. That will be about 5K. The first person that finishes 5K.
When you say it like that, it'll be too much.
Start from here, walk the park around 4 times. The first person that does it 4 times can come back here, get the first prize. The second person, second prize, and the third person, third prize. No cheating. But we have a raffle. The raffle is not related to whether you're first or second, just for showing up today. There's a big basket there. I don't know if you all seen it. It's so everybody's getting a raffle today. If you haven't gotten one, please go meet those ladies over there.
You said somebody that came for us would have a prize. I still have my book.
Don't worry, I have a prize for you. So next, no cheating, no. You can walk a 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, or you're sitting down here just cheering, or you're just sitting here doing your rosary, praying for those that are going to do. So, just for showing up today, we appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Our book boss is not here. Please bear with us. But we're going to do some stretches before we go on. Oh yes, I'm just saying that we'll do some Jonathan, open our row. Don't worry,
We
we
got you
are
covered.
going to do some stretches before we get started. But before we get started, I know everybody have had something to eat. Please, let's just calm down and listen to our guest speaker for today. She's a breast cancer survivor. Hey, let's clap her up for that. She's no other than CC from Women Rock.
So I'm going to pass over. And so it goes in this order right here. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this shows you the sizes based off of the stages. So typically your stage is based off of the size of the mass. And so that's how they do the actual stage. Then after that, you'll see that there is like an actual letter sometimes, or there's a grade. That grade means how aggressive it is, or if it's actually moved from that spot to other spots. So it's important to know. And then also there are different types of breast cancer. Most people don't realize that, but there are various different types of breast cancer, and there are various different types of treatment and causes of breast cancer. For instance, there's a triple negative. There is some that are BRCA. So there's different names for it, but it's based on that. That depends on what treatment you can actually get. And primary reason why I like to say that is because most people are like, why is your treatment not the same as somebody else's treatment? Because their breast cancer may not be the same. They could have multiple types of breast cancer in the same breast, or they could have multiple types of breast cancer in different breasts. So it's important to know that that's why the treatment a lot of times is different. There are some that are fueled by hormones. So by your hormones could possibly be killing you in a way, depending on the type of breast cancer that you have. And so I like to tell people that because a lot of people don't realize that. I didn't realize that. And my mom actually had breast cancer my senior year of high school. And I didn't even realize, I didn't even know how much, I still didn't know, even though she was diagnosed as a breast cancer survivor. I didn't realize that there were so many different types of breast cancer. And I also didn't realize that most people don't realize that anyone is technically classified as a human can get breast cancer because we all have breast tissue. But not because we have boobs, it's because we have breast tissue and breast cells. And so it's important for us to educate everyone within our lives, not just women. Because I know a male breast cancer survivor. And so a lot of times when he walks into the room, people are shocked because they don't think about it, but when you see your face with, you know what I'm saying, with it, then you're like, oh, they can get it. So it's important for early detection. Primary reason why it's early for their early detection is all of the survivors, or a lot of the survivors are living proof of what early detection can do. I am a living proof of what early detection can do. I'm one of those type of people where I go literally to every exam all the time. I schedule it, I go. I get tested, I get scanned, all that. One year I went to my annual exam, got all the tests done. Within 11 months, I had developed stage 2, grade 3, triple negative breast cancer. And I found my breast cancer. And it's really important for everyone to advocate for yourself. I stressed it so much. Please advocate for yourself. If you think something is wrong, make sure they're checking. In December of one year, I had gotten the COVID vaccination, and then probably about a month and a half later, I had found a mass underneath my arm, and I was like, something's wrong. I know when there's a mass underneath your arm, that's your body telling you that something is wrong. So I was like, well, if it's here for a couple days, goes away, and comes back, then I'll go get it checked out. Sure enough, it was there for a couple days. I don't trust that. Let's go ahead and make sure that we do all these different types of exams. Thank God that I actually advocated for myself because I found it at age 35. Had I not advocated for myself and I waited for a mammogram at age 40, who knows if I would still be here. So it's really important for us to do those self-exams and paying attention to our bodies and advocating for yourself because that can actually save your life. And it also saves someone else's life. So just making sure that we communicate this. And primary reason of why I say communicate this to your family and everyone else that you know is because the youngest age that we know of that has been diagnosed with breast cancer is 8 years old. So yes, 8 years old. Wow. 8 years old. So even before she had her cycle, even before any of that, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. So it's important for us to teach those little kids, those children, how to pay attention to their self, how to pay attention to those changes. And then also documenting their stuff. As you see changes, document it. So that way you have proof. On this day, my breast was normal. On this day, my breast was maybe a little rubbery. I had pain in my breast, in this side. Just documenting all of those changes is important as well because it can help your physicians be able to know what's going on within your body. Okay? So I'm going to pass this around so that way you can kind of get a closer look at this. And then here's another one as well. Kind of pay attention to the language underneath it as well because I'm going to get you more details. This is also one of our education things that we do. So the highest percentage is here, and then the second highest is here. So behind that nipple could possibly be something there. So it's important for us to make sure that we're checking all parts of our bodies and all parts of our chest and breast. Also, please note that just your breast is not the only tissue that you have that is breast tissue. From underneath your collarbone to the top part of your abdomen, all the way from this part all the way to here, all of this is breast tissue. Literally, all of this is breast tissue. So it's not important to just check this, make sure that you're checking also this. So what I like to say is if it fits into a bra or it fits into a tank top, check it, touch it, all the time. It's okay, it's your body. So making sure that you're touching and paying attention to those changes, okay? So some of the screenings that you can do, of course, mammogram, but there are also self-exams, and then an MRI and an ultrasound can also help you find the cancer. Sometimes a mammogram and a self-exam doesn't find that. Sometimes you need an actual MRI or ultrasound to find your cancer. Another thing that you can do is get blood work done because a lot of people don't realize, but your blood work will show if you have cancer. When I was going through treatment, they were actually kept testing my blood to see if there was any additional stuff in my or intertwined into something to where you can't see it in those actual images that they do. So sometimes the blood work will tell you, and then also sometimes it's so small that it hasn't showcased like an actual lump yet, but it can show in your blood work. So a lot of times that can help you. One of the things I also wanted to do was to tell you that the thing that I like to tell people to do is to know their limits. LMONS.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. So how will the cancer show in your blood work? What will you be looking for?
So there's different things, like, so say for instance, and I can't give you the exact because I don't know what my doctor was looking for, but there's like, say for instance, if your vitamin D level is low or something like that, this is just an example, something in your blood work can be low to give them, okay, something's going on, and then they can test it further to see if there's something in there that's causing that to be low, which can be signs of cancer. I don't know exactly what she was looking for.
Makes sense. She said blood work, so
Yeah. No, so it is. Yeah, so it actually is your blood work. It actually something's low or something's too high in there that tells you that something's
because
wrong.
when you go to your doctor, the blood work that they do usually is like the CBCs and the BMPs. They don't go through the tumor marker.
Right.
So you don't walk into a doctor's office and he does the tumor marker on you.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you know,
but from your CBC, if it's abnormal, then
that's
you
what I'm
can
saying.
do it.
And then you can also ask for additional testing. So a lot of times your doctor, your primary physician only tests on the surface level. But you can ask them to go deeper into that. That's just like an example is STD. They only test a certain amount of STDs, but if you ask them for a full panel, they'll test more stuff. So like you can ask them to test more stuff. Like say for instance, you start seeing signs or whatever, or if you think something's wrong, you can say, hey, can you test my blood to see if there's any additional stuff in there that is showing any signs of cancer. So yeah,
You
can
basically
actually
have to ask for it.
And then if you have a history in your family, a lot of times they will automatically do that. Especially if you start seeing signs of certain things or you start thinking something's wrong, they'll automatically test that. There's also some genetics testing that you can do as well to see if you are more likely to get cancer. There's different types of genetic testing that you can do that can actually go.
I'm also there.
So okay, know your limits. So the reason why we say know your limits, so the L is for lump. So there could be a new lump or thickening in your breast, so it's important to pay attention to that. The E is for edging, which is an image for mass, which could be a fixed hard lump. The O is for off shape. It could be a change in the size of your breast. Sometimes we automatically know that our breast is not necessarily always the same size. But sometimes it can be like drastically different that you can see, and you better necessarily think that something's wrong, but that could be one of the signs that something is wrong. N is for notching, which is like the indentions along the edge of the breast. S is for swelling, and so that is like the swelling in the breast or the armpits, as I said. I found mine underneath my arm. Like that was the first time I saw it. So those are different things. Another thing you can do is pay attention to like redness, which is like the skin changing, like discoloration, or the texture of it. That could also change. And then aches. Aches in your breast could be a sign that something's wrong as well. So just pay attention to when it happens, because I know that, and we know that sometimes your breast is changing if you still have your menstruation. Sometimes your breast size and texture and feel and stuff like that can change around your menstruation. But if it's not during your menstruation period, then pay attention to if that continues on or if it starts to happen during that time period. And another thing is discharge. If you're not you're not breastfeeding or anything like that, and you start having any type of discharge, that is another sign that something is going on. And I'm not saying it's necessarily a sign of breast cancer. It could just be a sign of something is wrong. And so you want to go ahead and start getting those tested and figure out what's going on so that way it doesn't progress to cancer. Okay. Any questions? I know y'all were asking. Okay. So one of the things I like to leave people with is one of this statistic is that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. So if you look at how many people are within this little pavilion, 1 in 8 people, 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer within their lifetime. So like to me, that's telling, like because there's so many of us in here, and 1 in 8 people could possibly get it. That means about 3 of us could possibly have it within our lifetime. So it's so telling. All right.
Yay, thank you.
That is so awesome of you. Thank you. I'm sure most of us learned a lot today because when she said 8 years old, all of our eyes like opened up, right? That's a huge awareness. And that's what we're talking about today. Everyone screams and you'll be so surprised. Some of us are still trickling in. The next thing would be for us, based on the